A few days ago, I heard my girlfriend talking on the phone with a friend of her. I was in a different room, but somehow I could hear something. I wasn't really interested, but then something caught my attention. And so I started to hear something that they were saying. And she was on speaker too. At one point, she repeated one of the comments that her friend told her. And she said, "Oh, but you like good and calm guys, I like guys that are a little bit more dramatic. I like the drama in my life because that gives me a little spark, a little fire inside, and the relationship is way more interesting." Wow. And the conversation went on and on for a few more minutes until they say, "Bye-bye, talk with you soon." I was in my room, I was reading, and around an hour later, I approached her. I started to talk with her and say, "Oh, you were talking with a friend of yours, right? Am I the calm and good guy?" And she kind of laughed and she said, "Yes, you are the calm and good guy now." And so your friend like more drama in a relationship, right? She likes something that is kind of more spicy, seasoned with something that makes the relationship more interesting, correct? And she looked at me and she said, "Yeah, she has been struggling with her relationship in the last 15 years. One drama after another one, and one toxic relation after another one." And I look at her, I say, "I was there. In my 30s is exactly what I experienced." And my girlfriend actually shared with her during the conversation the same story. She told her, "I have been in so many toxic relationships and I couldn't understand why I was always following for the guys that were creating drama in my life, even though I was telling myself that I was looking for joy, happiness, peace." I look at her and I started to share with her something that I learned by reading Jordan Peterson, Carl Jung, Friedrich Nietzsche, Freud. Usually when we find partners, we find something that is familiar for us. Let's say that we had a violent death. Let's say that we underwent a lot of emotional abuse. Now when we are out there looking for a partner, we really act subconsciously and we find something that is familiar for us. But why? Because we are characterized by our traumas, something that create emotional wounds that we didn't have the courage to look, to observe, to face, and to resolve. And now we're looking for a partner. We're looking for something that is familiar to us, but doesn't have to be like this. Over the course of the years, especially the last 4 years, I really put a lot of work to try to change the person I have been. 4 years ago, I started this process of facing my traumas and facing my fears. I started to write obsessively about them. I started to meditate about them. As a result, I started to gain control on my traumas and my wounds, increasing the awareness about them, reacquiring control. It's just a matter of patience, a measure of courage, a matter of discipline and dedication. And I look at her and I say, if you could just sit calmly, honestly, and talk with your friend clearly and explain what I'm sharing with you now, you will truly change your life for the better. Because life doesn't have to be that way. You don't have to create more pain and more suffering for yourself. You don't have to. You can actually look at your traumas, look at your wounds, integrating them after you have no emotional reaction from those experiences that once were making you suffering and they were creating a lot of pain. The day that you have no emotional response, you actually integrated your shadow. Now you're looking for a person, and the person doesn't have to match those emotional insecurities, those emotional vulnerabilities. You are looking for a person that are gonna bring you more value in terms of peace, in terms of joy, in terms of bettering your life experience. I hope this resonates with you and you can actually make better decisions with the partner that you select in life. That is probably the most important choice that you can make in your life.